the finance goes from the business, it is very, very difficult. The company can get it back. The objective of business finance is you are supposed to always save money, not spend money. So understand the concept. So business is not what you only see. I'll tell you, there are too many factors. Always have value for the money, right? The more you value for the money, what happens is you will definitely start making more money. But hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidyashram Pure College, the Temple of Excellence. Students, welcome to the next chapter, that is Business Finance, the chapter number 9, and it is very, very important because it deals with the finance of the business. Now, what exactly is the business finance? Let me tell you, each and every business need to actually carefully handle the finance, because finance is a lifeblood of any business. You will get to know how the financial manager will work on it so that he can optimally use the resources as well as he can maximize the finance. Now, how to maximize finance, how to bring finance to the business, you will understand in this chapter, because once the finance goes from the business, it is very, very difficult. The company can get it back. Now, what does that business finance means? See, every business requires something called money. So money is required to carry any business activity. So any business activity where the money is involved, we call it as business finance. So understand this. Business finance is what? It is money required for carrying out business activities, and that is called business finance. And here almost all business activities require some finance. It can be what? For long term or short term or even medium term. So you require something called the finance. The activity to run any business, you require finance. See, I'll tell you, in business, what happens? Business is economic activity. Economic activity. Okay. Now, when business is economic activity, that means what? Understand, you require the transactions of money. And when you go with the transaction of money, we call that as a business finance. And next, we will understand financial management. See, understand this concept called financial management. You are managing the entire finance. So who is a person who will manage the entire finance? We call that person as the finance officer, or we call him as finance manager. See, there is a person who's almost, he'll cover all the financial resources kind of settlements. We call that person as CFO. CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Now, on the basis of Chief Financial Officer's advice, the finance manager will allocate the finance to the other departments. You need to understand the departments in a business. Now, if it is a big corporate business, you have finance department, say marketing department, sales department, promotion department, production department, research and development department. So all these departments, without getting finance from the financial department, they cannot work. So what happens is the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, he is a supremo of the finance. Now he will tell the finance manager to allocate the resources. So here what happens is financial management is concerned with optimal procurement. See, what does the CFO does is he'll calculate each and everything, that which all departments should get which all kind of finance. Now then he will tell the finance manager how to allocate. The reason is what? That is what the financial management is all about. That is optimally procurement of what? As well as usage of the finance. You just don't need to just give the finance. You are supposed to use the optimal thing from giving the finance. That is the benefit. What is it? See, 100 rupees I am actually investing, I should get more than 100. That is called the financial management. Now, if you go with 100 rupees you are investing and you are getting 60 rupees only, now that is not a good financial management. So you should always go with optimal, something more to it. Financial management aims at reducing the cost. Usually what happens is reducing the cost of fund. What fund? Whichever the fund it is. See, example I'll tell you here, you will understand. You have something called marketing, okay, here production, then here you have a sales department, then you have research and development department. So these are the departments. So understand what happens is, for marketing you require finance, so the CFO will tell the financial manager to give fund to the marketing, but in return what is that he requires? He wants the sales to be more, because when sales are more, definitely what happens is the money is coming to the business, right? Profitability is more. When profitability is more, the money goes to the CFO, that is chief financial officer. That's why financial management aims at what? Aims at reducing the cost of funds procured and keeping the risk under control. Now understand, whatever he is giving it to the marketing, again there is a risk that the sales may go up or the sales may go down, but still he'll keep a point that whatever the money should be given to the marketing will be given. So that is what the calculation happens. And achieving effective development of such fund. So what is the development of the fund? Whatever the marketing you people are actually pulling, that is sales will definitely go high. So this is what the CFO aims at, that is financial management. He does the complete financial management of that particular year or 2 years or the long term. So here what exactly I want you people to know is, if you finish your PU, then you take up your finance in BBA or BCom, I'll tell you, if you become a CFO of a company, chief financial officer, right, you will definitely be in the top level, that is for sure, but the way you live your life, I'll tell you, that is the best, right? So aim to be a financial officer rather than just being a finance manager. So take up the finance properly. So for that, what is that you should do? From your house you are supposed to learn. How exactly you are supposed to learn? Whatever money your parents will give it to you, what is that you should do is, you should optimally use it. Now what is that you will use? It depends on you. But what I want is, you make a rough note. Fairly, I'm just telling you, make a rough note. How much you have spent, how much your parents gave you, or how much you earned. You calculate income and outcome, right? So whatever will come, right? Understand this. When you start calculating what comes in, what goes out, you will get to know that you are using your finance for irrelevant things more than relevant things. So I'm telling you students, save money, because when you save money, the money saved is called as money earned. So after knowing this chapter, you are supposed to know that how well you will make your finance a productive. That is, you need to go with what? Optimal procurement of the finance. Next one is the objective. What is the objective? Sir, why should we actually go with it? Understand this objective carefully. Without money, right, or finance, can you do any business? That's a question mark, right? If you say yes sir, without money, without finance we can run a business, then I'll tell you, no, you cannot go for it. Even for non-profit organization, non-profit organization, to run successfully, they need finance. Now you have heard about this NGOs, right? Non-government organizations. They do it for charity, they do it for development of the society. Even for them, finance is required. So without this, nothing can happen. So what is the objective of business finance? The objective of business finance is, you are supposed to always save money, not spend money. So understand the concept. the ultimate objective that guides the decision maker. That is who? The decision maker. Now you have something called CFO. Now he is a decision maker. Is that some value addition should take place. Now if you are spending 1 lakh rupees, the objective is what? You should get more than what you have spent. So we always call that as return on investment. What is the return on investment? Yes, I am ready to invest 1 crore rupees. What is the return on investment? So try to understand these terms, right? Next, so that the market price of equity share is maximized. So every time whatever happens is when you are investing, you should always get something more. So that is the objective of business finance. We'll go with an example of Jio, right? Now, Jio. Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, they had a contract that Mukesh Ambani should not come to telecommunication until some stipulated time. Now, after that only Mukesh Ambani can come to the telecom industry. Now, what it is? Business finance. Understand this. Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani, when they got separated after the death of their father, Dhirubhai Ambani, they had a contract, mutual contract. What is that contract? All these supremo kind of industries of the company will be taken care by Anil Ambani. That is all the topmost priority companies. The companies which are average, medium, they will be given to Mukesh Ambani. Now understand business finance here. Now both the brothers, they started to earn their own profit, and within no time Anil Ambani became the 4th richest person on earth. Understand this, 4th richest person on earth. When he became the 4th richest person on earth, everybody actually they started to talk about Anil Ambani. But Mukesh Ambani had his own contracts where he couldn't come to so many other business which he really wanted to come. After the contract was all done, now Mukesh Ambani jumped into it and then he started. Now understand both the brothers, the business finance. Right now Anil Ambani is nowhere in the topmost. Now I'll tell you what, you would have seen even in the news that he has lost everything. Now he is staying in Mukesh Ambani's one of the residence. Understand the business finance here. A person who was the 4th richest person on earth right now because of mismanagement in finance, where he has come. And the person who was nowhere in the top 50s, now he's in the top 10. That is what the beauty of business finance is. Even you can understand about Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or Domenico Antoni, everybody, right? If you have allotted kind of a investment or a capital, you are supposed to always get more than what you have given, rather than losing all the money because of lack of mismanagement in business finance. That's why I'll tell you, students, always have value for the money, right? The more you value for the money, what happens is you will definitely start making more money. But if you actually don't have the value of, don't give the value for the money, what usually happens is you will lose money and you will not have the money back, because earning is very difficult, spending is very easy. So let's go with the factors affecting capital budgeting decisions. So you have something called capital budgeting decisions. There are 3 things which will definitely affect the capital budgeting. The first one is cash flow of the project. So cash flow means what? Whatever the money which goes for the project, a particular project. Second is rate of return. See, rate of return and rate on investment, don't get confused. Rate of return, I'll tell you what it is. The next one is the investment criteria involved. How is the investment criteria? It depends on the people who will actually go with the contract of the project. So it depends on the project. It depends on the project. So cash flow of the project. What is this cash flow of the project? When a company takes an investment decision, right, it involves huge amount. It expects to generate some cash flows over a period. That means what? Cash flow in the sense, see, for making any project, what happens is you are supposed to invest. When you start investing it, you don't know where it will end. The reason is uncertainty, right? Uncertainty. But you always have something called budget. You'll always do something called budget. Budget means what? You'll prepare, okay, this project, the estimation is say 1 crore, 1 CR. Usually what happens is it can increase or it can decrease. So the factors which affects the increase or decrease of the budgeted factors, in that what happens is cash flow. What type of management are you doing? According to that, it will have a difference. Next one we have is rate of return. Rate of return. Now here the most important criteria. Rate of return is what? The most important criteria. Is the most important criteria. Why? Because of the project. These calculations are based on expected returns. Now you have invested say 1 CR. You expected that you will definitely get 1.5 CR in the end. That means you will make 50 lakh as the return. But again, what happens? Business is what? Business is uncertain. Business is uncertain. When business is uncertain, you may get more than 1.5 or you may even get less than 1.5. So it will definitely have a effect on the budgeting capital. So that means from each proposal and the assessment of risk involved. So risk is always there. Risk is always there. I'll give you an example here, a live example. I'll just tell you. A dam was being constructed near Narmada River, right? Now, all the project, everything was sanctioned, the investment, everything was done. But later, because of the villagers and the other people who are the celebrities and all, they had a stay order for the Narmada River dam. Now, when they had a stay order, what happens? Now, the rate of return is nowhere. The investment was done, but what is the return? Nothing. The project got failed. The reason is what? Because of uncertainty. So business is not what you only see. I'll tell you, there are too many factors. So that's why we always classify them into what? One is micro, another is macro. Students, micro we can actually expect it, no issues, we can control it, but macro we cannot expect it. Now this pandemic has come, right? The coronavirus pandemic has come. Now where is this rate of return? You don't even get what you have actually invested. So what is the point of getting more than the investment, right? So this is what you are supposed to see. These are the things which will affect the budget. Next thing is the investment criteria involved. So the criteria, the decision to invest in a particular project involves a number of calculations. There are too many calculations, whether it is installment, hire purchase, or it is like lump sum, it is total kind of a thing, all the kind of a thing regarding the amount of investment. That is, one is the interest rate. How much will be the interest rate? I'm taking a loan, boss. How much is the interest rate? Next is cash flows, and then rate of return. So all these things are what? They are the criteria which will definitely affect the budget. Now understand this carefully, guys. Whenever we go with business finance, two things you are supposed to be very clear about it. Whether you will make a profit or a loss, that is a different thing. Is you are investing on it. What is that return you get? What is that return you get? If you are getting something good, then go for the business. If you feel uncertainty, I don't know, I can get it like 2 lakh rupees or I can lose 2 lakh rupees, then don't go for it. You should be very sure, because once the money is lost, to get it back, it is very, very difficult. So these are the things which you are supposed to understand. If you have gone with all the videos, you will get the concept very clearly. If not, please come back and watch the videos. The next session will be there in the next day. Until then, I'll see you when I see you.